have the alerts on.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you click not made for kids.
I only got to do that on my phone. I understand. Appreciate you.
No problem.
I know a lot of content on YouTube.
You do it. It make me do it when I go on. I think because it's such a bit like add it on to the stream or whatever. So like it makes me do it when I go live. Yep, get some paper.
What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, and we live in the building, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing, man? Hey, we coming in punching straight out the gate, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It is your boy West Coast, and we live in the building, man. I got the three amigos of cowboy content, man. It's your boy West Coast, man. I got HTM Sports, and I got the Bishop from the Big Time Show, man. What's up, fellas?
Can't call it, brother. Hey. You know, we've been basking in the ambiance of victory, man. So, you know, it's been good. It's been feeling great, man. You know, it's been doing wonders for my skin. I'm feeling younger, feeling stronger. Now it's time to move forward to the 49ers.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Bishop, what's your thoughts on the subject?
Is it Sunday yet? I mean, what time is it? I mean, are we ready to play right now? Because
I wish.
I mean, look, everybody teaching a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? We got something to say too. So I mean, but we gonna say it by putting some hats on some folks. I'm just not gonna put it out there now. I hope we got some 49er fans in the house. Hopefully, the 49er you can learn just a little bit more education before you start talking just a little bit too much.
Facts. Let's go. So, yo, man, you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, whenever HTM goes live, whenever the Big Time Show goes live, there's three things you must do, and they all start with S. First thing, I need you guys to hit that share button, okay? Next thing I need you to do is hit that star button. Okay. Next thing I need you to do is hit that super chat button. They all start with the S. It's the three S's of content: share button, star button, and super chat button. They all start with an S. Look how good God is. You feel me? Now this is what I'm about to do. I'm about to go through here. I'm about to say what's up to all my compadres, all my Cowboys, all my Cowboy fans. What's up with you? All my brethrens. And all my sisters and aunties and uncles. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, man. When we in a foxhole, when rent is due, and you all got to come together, we ain't got friends. You either family or you on the outside. You feel me? So everybody up in this chat right now is family. Unless you a hating-ass troll. You feel me? And you know what it is. So, Ben, let me go ahead and get through this content. I'm going to say everybody's name. As I say your name, make sure you hit that share button and make sure you hit that star button. You feel me? All right, next, let's go. So, Donald Redu, what's up with your boy? I appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate you with the 200 stars, my guy. Thank you. Dwayne, what's up with you? Hit that star button. Kirby, what's up with you? Levante, what's up with you? Livia, oh, my Lord. La Lovely. Hold on, I can't do it. LAVIVIAN. Somebody help a cowboy out, please. Somebody. What is that, Henny? What is that? LA or Bishop? What is that? LAVIVIAN. What is that?
Lavian. I thought I was going to say the same thing. Lavian, something.
Forgive us for not pronouncing your name wrong, man. But
forgive us.
We know you're a Cowboy fan. You
charge to our mind and not our heart.
Hey, but you know what the cool thing about it is? We're going to say it wrong because we desperately want to say it right. So I want you to do right now on a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, Was like Miss L. I'm gonna call you Miss L. On a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to tell us 10 meaning you said it, 1 meaning somebody who never met you said it. How close was we? And we gonna keep working. And I'm gonna tell you this: by the end of some show, we gonna be saying it just like you said it. You feel me? Because why? Because your support is important. So we appreciate you, Rodney. Hey, I'm over here saying Lombardozzi. You feel me? Hey, I got it right first time, Jeffrey. You see him? If I can do that, I can get this one because Lombardozzi got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He got 11 letters in his words, man. That took damn near the whole season, but I got him right. You feel me? I got him right.
Shout out to Miss Charlie Evans for tapping in over here at HTM Sports with me.
Wait, time out. How in the HE double hockey sticks does she own your channel if she own my channel right now? Let me find out, Auntie, part of Two Phone Gang.
Hey, same way Jeff is, man. You know, Jeff always tapping in, showing love. I appreciate you, Jeff.
Jeff is on my page as well.
Jeff, what is you doing, Jeff?
That man got a laptop, a cell phone, an iPad going at the same time. Triple coverage.
And a flip phone.
That man ain't cold, man.
He got the trifecta. You know what I'm saying?
Trifecta going, man.
He got the Hey, I appreciate you, my boy. You a real.
I ain't never heard of a split screen podcast show. That's wrong.
Never. You feel me?
That man raw, man.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you know what that really is? That's real support right there. I'm gonna tell you, I vouch for Jeffrey and I vouch for Charlene. If you guys want to make them moderators on your page, I'm gonna tell you this right now. They do a really good job of tightening their ass up. I'm just saying, they're really, really good with the risk game is ridiculous. That's all I'm gonna say. The risk game is ridiculous. OG, I got you too. My boy OG, my boy OG. Just I remember I got you, OG. You were OG Mortal. You are currently a moderator. There you go.
All right. Jeff already a moderator, and I just made Miss Charlene one.
There you go. See, y'all thought y'all was just going to be able to hang out. Now you're going to work around here. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. If I got to work, you got to work, Bishop got to work, we all got to work. But guess what? If we grind together, we shine together. You feel me? All right, so let me go ahead and get through this. Let me get through these comments real quick. All right, so Adrian, what's up with you, my boy? Appreciate you. Billy, what's up with you? Hit that star button. Kirby, what's up with you? Hit that star button. Miss Rose, been supporting me, man. Appreciate you since I was knee-high from a cricket. Appreciate you, auntie. Carice Pete, you an Eagles fan. I can clearly see you an Eagles fan. I'm going to tell you, appreciate you. But, bro, remember, you got a game in 5 days. And it's weird to me that you in my comments right now. I'm just saying. It's just weird to me. Because when I had a game in the playoffs, the last place I'm going to be is, in another man's comments on a game they ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? I'm just saying. I will be watching some film or something. But, hey, if that makes you feel better, Henny, scoot over to the left a little bit. If that makes you feel a little bit better, if that makes you feel good, then, hey, I'm all for it. Campground, what's up, boy? Hit that star button.
Let's also add this in real quick.
Hey, Henny,
the Eagles can be at home.
Scoot more to the left.
Right here.
No, your whole. Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. Let me look on the actual. A little bit more.
I'm in the middle of the actual
thing. You know what? I'll see. Just scoot a little bit more to the left. Up a power left.
Your left or my left?
Well, I'm gonna say my left. I'm gonna say your left. And if you're wrong, I'll say you're wrong, and we'll just go back the other way. But the cool thing about it is, once we fix it, we only got to do. I just want to get you in this frame, just so they can see your whole face.
Oh, okay.
All right, there we go. We'll get it popping as we go, though. All right, Jay Bryan, hit that star button and dick him down. Danny, that is his real name. It says it on his ID. Okay, that's his name. Jesus.
Already.
Hey, man, we got Jesus in the comment box.
And Jesus is a Cowboy fan, confirmed.
I told you, man. I told you Jesus was a Cowboy fan. What's up, Jesus? I see you, man. Jeffrey Lombardozzi, I see you. Hey, man, if you guys got anybody over there on your page you want to shout out, give them some love. Please give them some love. Hey, Neil, crazy ass, what's up? I ain't forgot about you. What up, Neil?
Got a few folks on here, but they're not speaking. It's rude to come into the house and not speak.
God.
Say something.
Oh, my God. Do we
say something?
No,
we love you here.
I'll speak to the folks that spoke to me then while they build up the courage to talk to
Can I say something real quick, though, Bishop? You know the thing that really grinds my gears about that, though, OG? Let me tell you what it really grinds my gears, though. Is because you be really wanting to say what's up to him, right? But it's like, Bishop, you really can't see him. If you don't say something on YouTube, I really can't see you.
I can't see you. Oh.
Yeah, if he is.
They just, they just might be here for an entertainment. It's cool. This long somebody watching. That's cool.
Okay.
Maybe they don't want to be recognized.
Okay.
I ain't gonna knock him.
Okay. What's up, Jay Gibbs? The floor's back to you, sir. Go ahead.
All right, well, Cortavius, I appreciate you for tapping in over here at HTM Sports. I appreciate it. Craig Lofgren, hey, I appreciate. I'm glad that you enjoyed the article, man. I appreciate you. I put some effort and time in trying to be accurate and stuff.
So, man, let's just jump right into it, man, because I did a whole show on your article this morning, bro. I did a whole show on the article.
Boy, I'm flattered, man. So you used the article, huh?
Well, I mean, you should be flattered, but you all should also, because I try in 2023, I'm trying to be completely transparent. You know what I'm saying? West Coast was extremely tired. You know what I'm saying? I literally got in at 3:30 in the morning this morning, and I knew I had to do a show at 10 a.m. I thought to myself, what is the quickest way for me to feel smart? Or at least look smart, or at least be viewed as a smart individual. And you know what the Lord said? Hey, man, shoot, man, read it. I'm just saying, I would just read the article. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I would do, you know what I'm saying? So I read the article, but then let me tell you, Bishop, I was so lethargic that you know how you read something and you just, my pastor always say, if you don't read it out loud, you ain't really listening, you know what I'm saying? You got to read it out loud so you can hear it to yourself. So I even tried to do that, man, and I just couldn't retain it. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to just read them the article. I would just go out here and read them the article. And the article was phenomenal because I think what it did is it opened up some eyes, man, because you know what? If I watched ESPN First Take, if I watched Undisputed, if I watched all these shows that ain't paying me to say their name, but I am, 4-letter networks, I would think that the 49ers is just they just beating the Chiefs. They just beating the Eagles. They didn't beat the who else they didn't. I mean they just beat all these teams, bruh. All these teams. But then I go upstairs and I pull that bed back and you see all that dirt up under that bed. Now you know why the room looks so clean. Man, the 49ers ain't played nobody, bruh.
Yeah. And I'm gonna elaborate on that a little bit more since we're on the subject. So the 49ers have not beaten a team with more than 10 wins. Their best win on the season came against the 10-7 Los Angeles Chargers, who still had a chance to win that game. It was 22-16, if I'm not mistaken. Their other marquee victories, they beat the 9-8 Seattle Seahawks twice, who are in their division. And I'm talking about the regular season. I know they beat them 3 times because of the playoff game. So they beat the 9-8 Seattle Seahawks, and they also beat a 9-8 Miami team that Tua got injured midway through the game. So, it's not like they played and beat a bunch of great teams, because the best team that they played this year was the Kansas City Chiefs.
And I got their schedule. I got their schedule up right now, currently on the page. So.
I'm looking at it too.
Right.
I'm looking
and
at the
Kansas City Chiefs beat them 44-23.
Kansas City Chiefs beat them 44-23. They beat the brakes off of them.
They beat the brakes off them.
So listen.
Think about this, right after they just lost to Atlanta. See, the 49ers got something that the Cowboys don't have. You know what that is? A losing streak.
Back-to-back loss.
You know what I'm saying?
Cowboys have not had back-to-back losses all year. And listen, if y'all were playing Madden and somebody went up 21 points, you have to pass the stick. Like the Dallas Cowboys do not have a loss of that magnitude on their resume this year. Like even the loss to the Washington Condoms was not as bad as this loss to them. They also have a loss against Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos, who are one of the worst teams in football. But let's look at the back end of the schedule.
They only scored 10 points.
Yeah,
well,
and I
get
11. And so let's also dispel this other thing about Brock Purdy. They want you to believe because they are averaging 35 points since Brock Purdy became the quarterback, they are a great team. Scroll down a little bit so we can show them the teams that they played, and I will tell you their defensive ratings. All right. So Brock Purdy's first start was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? The team that we just manhandled and beat. Now the Buccaneers, in terms of points allowed, let's see where they rank. I already got this pulled up. They are the 16th best scoring defense in football. Well, the 15th best scoring defense in football. So they are not a top 10 defense. They are one of the worst pass rushers in football. and there's a team that we also blew out. No, in a playoff game where it mattered more on their home field. Now let's take a look at the next team on that schedule. The Seattle Seahawks. They won 21-13. Well, if you look at the Seattle Seahawks and where they rank, they are the 25th ranked scoring defense. So they are a bad defense, terrible. One of the worst rushing defenses in football, by the way, and they are middle of the pack in passing defense. So they're not a good defense. Washington, they actually do have a pretty stout defense. Washington actually, we want to be honest, is the best defense that they played all year. Washington actually the seventh best defense in football, but you also got to have to factor in the quarterback play that they got in their game. So it's easy to beat up on Carson Wentz.
They're the Dallas Cowboys from last year, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. The 49ers are the Dallas Cowboys from last year because the Cowboys beat a bunch of bad teams, bro.
Mm-hmm. And then let's go even further. Las Vegas Raiders. What are the Raiders ranked in defense? They are the 26th scoring defense, right? So they are allowing a lot of points as well. And we'll stop at Arizona, who is the last team on here. Arizona is the 31st ranked scoring defense. So yes, they average, in the 5 games that Brock Purdy started, they played a bunch of bad defenses. So, you are supposed to score points on them. I'm not taking anything away from that. But this offense has not been challenged the way that the Dallas Cowboys can challenge this offense. Now, people are going to say that I'm nitpicking. People are going to say that I'm just being a hater. But, I'm just analyzing the raw numbers. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at what I'm looking at. They have not played. I'm speaking just plain truths. Like the best defense.
And we're only talking about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games that he's played. That's it.
Right. I didn't even count the Miami game where he came in for an injured
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo. I just counted the 5 games, where he actually started, was the starter from start to finish in those games. And in those games, Brock Purdy passed for 185 yards, 217, 234, 284, and 178. You look at the rushing numbers. You got McCaffrey with 119, with 108, with 71, with 121. And then, the last game of the season, they were resting players. So, this is a very run-oriented offense. Brock Purdy, he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's getting the ball out quick. There's a bunch of run after the catch. There's a bunch of screens. And I'm just being honest. It's not like he's going out there and playing like Patrick Mahomes. He's not like he went out there and had a Dak Prescott performance from just the other day. Like look at the 4 touchdowns he had. This last game. He threw a touchdown. He threw 2 touchdowns behind the line of scrimmage. The ball was caught behind the line of scrimmage, and they walked into the end zone. He had a 1-yard quarterback sneak for a touchdown. And then the actual pass to Deebo Samuel only traveled 8 yards past the line of scrimmage. And Deebo Samuel has 6 yards of run after catch. So it's not like they're asking him to do a lot.
And think about this. Hey, shout out Jeff. Hold up real quick. Shout out Jeffrey with the $2 super chat. Also, I'm going to tell you this right here. You know what also supports this? And I actually saw this in your article. They have the 5th least amount of pass attempts, right? But they're 7th in passing, or like what was it, like 7th in passing yards?
So they're 7th in passing touchdowns, 13th in passing yards.
So it's like, how can a team amass that? And I just flat out asked the chat, like, yo, how can a team do that? Like, how is that possible? How is a team that doesn't even throw the ball be up there in passing yards? And everybody said it. Yak. Like, yeah, what they sipping on? Go ahead, Bishop.
Well, Henny had already kind of hit on it, to be honest with you, but I want to look, because one of the narratives that is out there is that the 49ers defense is almost kind of like the 1985 Chicago Bears, and that's not the case. I think this is Ray Lewis stuff. So what Henny said, even though the 49ers won the game against the Raiders, they gave up 34 points. And then when you look at the Raiders, the interesting part is it was not David Carr. It was Jared
Stidham.
Stidham, who was the quarterback. And let me just read his numbers. 23 for 34, 365 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Devontae Adams that game, and I know it's Devontae, 7 receptions, 153 yards receiving.
Went crazy.
2 touchdowns. Now, the other interesting part, now even though the 49ers won that game 37-34, again, you got to remember when Stidham came in, that's when they sat down, I believe they sat down David Carr, if I'm not mistaken, in that game.
They sat him down.
They sat him down for that game. So you had a guy who hasn't played, came in and essentially lit up the number 1 defense in the league. When they played the Kansas City Chiefs, we all know what Mahomes is capable of, but I'm trying to drive a small point home here. Mahomes was 25 of 34 for 423 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Juju Smith-Schuster, 7 catches, 124 yards. Marquise Valdez-Scantling, 3 catches for 111 yards.
He went dumb.
They went crazy. Now, the reason why I'm only saying that is this. Yeah, we were gonna run the ball, but just in case he got to air it out, they can pay the price. Jimmy Ward is not that good. As everybody trying to make it seem like it. He getting ate alive by
neither is Tre'Davious Ward either. Both them Ward boys had issues last
game.
night.
Tre'Davious Ward?
Yeah.
We know him.
They're not
former Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah, we know him. He's had a good career post Cowboy too. Salute him.
They're not as potent as everybody's trying to make them out to be. Jared Stidham threw 365, 3 touchdowns. The problem that I'm saying is you look at their schedule, everybody. If you look at their schedule and see teams that have a pretty good offense scores against them. The Raiders, even though the Raiders doesn't have a good record, they still had the lead rusher in the league. They still had a true number 1 wide receiver. And they had a tight end and Waller. They got people that can flat out, become a real problem. What you think we get? That's all I'm saying. What in the world do you think we get?
Like, how did
I got
we get
a tight end who's getting better and better every week in Schultz. I definitely got a number 1, an all-pro wide receiver.
We ain't even got to have that conversation.
I got a quarterback who can light you up, as we just saw. Like that. So this fear factor, like we playing Ray Lewis or somebody, is really not the case. You're going to have the number 1 defense in the league when you playing Seattle.
But I'm glad you mentioned that because Seattle's the best offense they play.
When you're playing Arizona without Kyler Murray, you playing McCoy, give me a break. Yeah, you're going to have the number 1 defense in the league because you ain't going to move the ball too much. Yeah. Give me a break now. So, it's more than the 49ers. I ain't saying they're flawed because they always have played good defense. I'm not saying they're flawed, but they're not as great as everybody think we are. We're going to go down there and give them something they ain't seen before. They ain't dealt with the offense like ours. So that's the only thing I'm going to say.
I mean, that was for the piggyback on because, like you were saying, the Seattle Seahawks are the best offense that they played this year statistically. They are the 10th best scoring offense in football. However, as we all know, scoring around the NFL has been down this year
because defense has been better. Defense has been better around the NFL. Period.
They only averaged 23.9 points a game. When they played the Chiefs, who averaged 29 points a game, they allowed 40 plus points. The Dallas Cowboys are the 4th best scoring offensive football, averaging 27.7 on the year and 32 points per game with Dak Prescott under center. And when you look at the other teams that they played, Miami only averaged 23.8 points per game. The Chargers only averaged 23.4. The Vegas Raiders only averaged 23.2. Who else did they play? Arizona only averaged 20 points. New Orleans, who they played, only averaged 19.4. Let's see. So there's a lot of teams on here that's not scoring a lot of points, and most of them were on their schedule. Matter of fact, the Rams, who they played twice, were only averaging 18.1 points per game.
You keep talking, Henny. I'm steadily hitting the 49ers schedule. I'm seeing a nice little theme here. Even though San Francisco won the game 33-17, Tyreek Hill had 9 catches that game for 146 yards.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know. Every team that I looked
CD
at,
about to go
they
off.
number one wide receiver is tearing a knot
Yeah,
hole.
CD's about to go off.
I'm just trying to tell you, when you start looking
CD's
at
about to go off, bro.
Somebody's finna lose their mind.
CD's about to go off, bro. I smell what you're saying. CD is about to go off, bro.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the win, lose, or draw. I'm seeing
number ones are going off.
Not going off on them. I'm just, I'm looking at it. I'm just picking games. I'm looking at the 49ers playing the Commanders.
I mean, they the
Terry
23rd.
McLaurin, 4 catches for 77 yards, 19.2 average. Touchdown. I mean, come on now.
I mean, great. When I say they feast the famine, I meant that because they're the 23rd ranked passing defense in football. They give up a lot of yards.
A lot of feast to me.
They gave up 20 passing touchdowns, but this is the kicker. I'm giving them credit where credit is due. They have the most interceptions in the NFL. But when you are that bad and you give up that many, that much yardage, that many chunk plays on the back end, people are going to attack you.
Wes, I know we're running, but I'm really getting, I ain't looked at this. This is my first time looking. I'm just clicking. Just last week, against a team they played for the 3rd time in Seattle, DK Metcalf, 10 receptions, 136 yards.
Went off.
2 touchdowns.
Went off.
So I'm seeing something right now that I ain't really never looked at. And this is not an advocate for me saying let's pass the football. But just in case we do, I'm telling you, they can pay a serious price because they're not that. Ward is not that great like everybody's saying he is.
I mean, we'll have our opportunities because they're going to line up in that wide 9, and we'll have opportunities to run the ball in the vacancies. Left by Nick Bosa trying to get upfield, and that's really what the Raiders did to stay in the game. Well, not the Raiders, but the Seahawks did to stay in the game in the first half. Like they were able to run on the edges. They were able to seal off the defensive end. They created running lanes, and then also Geno Smith was able to escape in that area as well. So like they were able to take advantage of that. And I get it. Like they on paper they are a great run defense, but if they're gonna keep running that wide 9, there are schematical issues with that you can take advantage of. And we already seen that Kellen Moore, like he can be like ingenious with some of the run plays he come up with. I just need to see it this game.
Facts. And, one thing I say, too, about these offenses, too, is like these offenses don't look like offenses that are really even going to commit to running the ball anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of the Raiders, and guess what? The Raiders almost beat them. You know what I'm saying? David Carr plays that game. They might have beat him, but, I mean, the backup actually played decent. You know what I'm saying?
If he didn't throw 2 interceptions, I think they would have easily won that game.
Yeah, I know. I think a name that keeps coming up, because of his play this past week is Trevon Diggs. What are y'all thoughts on Trevon Diggs' play in versus Buccaneers, and what are you guys expecting from him in this game?
I can make it real simple. You don't mind me started
off. Go ahead.
Go ahead. To me, when you look at the film from the last game, he was making a whole lot of business decisions out there by now coming in. He wasn't physical at all. He was playing off, which is okay. I mean, Evans didn't do nothing, but when it came to the tackling part, he was not putting his hat in there at all, which looked different to me. I know he can. I've seen it, I'm going all the way back to Alabama, but he made some bad decisions. The only carryover from that for me is that you already know because of them running the ball so much, which they will do. Everybody gonna have to put their hat in there.
Yep.
Everybody gonna have to tackle well this week.
Everybody's wearing all their pads. You're wearing all your pads.
I mean, if they just like Hitter said earlier, when it comes to yards after catch, this is the best team in the game. Mm-hmm. All Purdy's doing is throwing short, just like Debo scored last week. It wasn't numbered about a 6-yard pass. He took it 60.
Three people didn't wrap up. 3 people didn't wrap up.
Yeah, didn't wrap up at all. You got to tackle. So Diggs will get, cornerback. Everybody got to tackle.
Right.
That's the part that but as far as coverage goes, he shut Mike Evans down again. But I ain't worried about him covering. I'm worried about him making sure that he put some hats on McCaffrey. Everybody got punished this week. That's all I got.
Right. And Coach Marv wants me to look up where the 49ers rank in explosive plays surrendered. I'm pretty sure it's pretty high, but I'm finna jump on here and try to find it. But yeah, man, like I feel real confident in our ability to go out here and win this game. That they put a bunch of stuff on tape that that we can exploit. It's not even stuff that is outside of the norm for us, right? Because we like when we run the ball on the edges, like we do get the ball to Tony Pollard, right? We got a home run hitter on the edges that can cause them trouble in that set defense.
And don't forget, Tony Pollard. One of Tony Pollard's biggest runs of his career came against this 49er offense on a wide 9 play that they thought they were actually out there playing pass. And I'm gonna keep it real, Henny. Y'all know I'm gonna run the damn ball guy, but y'all know I got a little love for Zeke because I love the way he thump, right? But I'm gonna tell you this right now: in this 49er game, Tony Pollard is going to be the weapon. And the reason is because you're able to show pass with him. And I'm going to tell you this. If the Cowboys catch the 49ers slipping in that wide 9 and they run it and he catch that seam, he's going to have a 60-yard run on grass, bro.
I believe it.
Yeah.
No because and think about this. Everybody's talking about Nick Bosa. If he lines up on that right side where he tends to line up a lot, he's actually going to be going up against Tyron Smith. Now, Tyron Smith, obviously he ain't been in that same position for he's been there 2 weeks, but Tyron Smith has actually been looking better at that right tackle. I'm my right tackle, right? Left tackle is left.
You just brought up the key of the game, or one of the keys, gigantic keys, at least in my book, is how we going to play Bosa, because I really feel like they're going to put him, even though he may play the other side, I just really believe they're going to put him over there where Tyler Smith is and test him out. We just can't let him wreck the game from the beginning. That's just what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that Tyler can't block him, but you don't need to be experimenting and seeing if he can.
Facts.
You need to go and punish him. And then the other thing is, I believe in punching a bully in the mouth. So the same way that everybody trying to figure out Michael Parsons, and you'll go ahead and say, okay, well, we're gonna run at him. And that ought to take a little steam out of him. Let's just be honest. It did take some steam out of him. He started getting nicked up. He started getting hurt. Let's run at Bosa. I don't care. Punish him. Put the tight end over there with Tyler Smith. Let's go ahead and smack him in the mouth. Don't take some of the steam out of him. Punish him. I mean, that's all. You can't hide. This really going to be a grind out, old-fashioned, bloody nose, in the trenches type of football game. Whoever offensive line wins is going to have a pretty good day. That's the way I see it. We can talk about the skill players all we want. If our old line blocks them, San Francisco gonna be in trouble. If their old line blocks us real well, we might have a problem because that means they're gonna run the ball 40 times. I don't think.
And they definitely gonna run the ball at least 30.
Oh, they're gonna run the ball.
No question about that.
But we just got to make sure that this is another thing we can do though. Like we can put them in a position where running the ball is not advantageous to them. And we jump out to a lead like we did against the Bucks, it's going to put pressure on them to try and throw the ball a little bit more. Because yes, they want to stick with running the ball, but like once you get into a position where you are not just playing the team that you're lined up against, but you're also playing the clock, it's going to be pressing to try and keep running the ball, especially if you're not doing it effectively. So I would try everything in my power to win on first and second down so I could force them into an obvious passing situation. Because if it's an obvious passing situation, if it's 3rd and 7, if it's 3rd and 8, and Dan Quinn can bring the stunts, he can disguise the cover just like he just did against Tom Brady. Like Brock Purdy will not have a chance. You mean to tell me we can confuse the GOAT and we're supposed to be afraid of Brock Purdy picking us apart? That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So we got to get them into that situation.
We got to take away his strength, Winston. Everybody saying the same thing is that Purdy has been shielded
Mm-hmm.
he's been shielded by this defense. He's been shielded by McCaffrey and Mitchell, and you can't blame Shanahan for that. He's
That's
do
a
what
good
he
offensive
had.
coordinator.
He's just a great offensive coordinator, no doubt about that. But in this way, I've always said it. Even when Colin Kaepernick was the quarterback of Frisco, and they were doing exactly almost the same thing. The game really never fell into the hands of Kaepernick. The game so far really has never fell in the hands of Purdy. We got to make that happen by taking something away from him. And hopefully we can get into a spot where we say, okay, Frisco, you can't lean on the running game no more. You got to pass it now.
Facts.
Now let's see if Cinderella gonna come home. See, it's easier when everybody saying Purdy Manning. My goodness, he ain't throw for 184 yards. Y'all folks sounded like they did when we had Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush won a lot of games. When you look at his stats, he wasn't lighting it up. He just played real good, efficient, smart football. You got to take that away from him and make him beat you. We don't want McCaffrey beating us. We want Purdy to beat us. That's what I'm saying. We got the kind of defense that can do that too. We just got to get to them. That's why the fast start like we did, where we finally got going, but we need the fast start and put them behind. Because see, to be the truth of the matter is like this, Wes. They really ain't built to come from behind.
Nope.
We're not. They're front runners. They got a good front runner and they got a great little run defense. They can get after the quarterback. They can do that. But one thing about them, if you get up on them, they lose. It's just that simple.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something else. An asset that I think that it was a huge key in this Buccaneers game is Dak's ability to run the ball himself. On this defense. I took a look at their schedule, man. And if you really look at their schedule, the most mobile quarterback that they played this year, well, who was very, very mobile, was Justin Fields, who they lost to week 1. Then they played, who's the ultimate, I would think, who's the ultimate mobile quarterback, and they lost to him, right? Then outside of that, they really didn't play any mobile quarterbacks for the remaining of the season. They played Patrick Mahomes, but he's not what I would, you know what I mean? He's going to throw the ball crazy. He's going to move the pocket and things like that. But what I mean by a moving quarterback like a Dak Prescott, man, and I think if the Dallas Cowboys decide to use Dak Prescott's legs as a weapon, that is going to be another thing that this 49ers this defense is going to have to compensate for it, and I don't think they're going to be able to compensate for it well. What are you guys' thoughts on Dak Prescott running the ball?
Yeah, it's do or die, and I'm happy that we actually seen it. I just hope that it wasn't an anomaly, and that they do it again. Because listen, like you rested Dak, you didn't let him take a bunch of hits during the regular season. But listen, if he get nicked or get hurt, he'll have all off season to worry about getting healthy. We don't win the game anyway. So let him run the ball. Let Dak cook.
You cold, man.
I'm just saying. I'm honest. Like I'm pretty sure that's the same mind frame that they got. Letting him do it in the playoffs. Like for real. Like there's nothing to hold back now. There's nothing to hold back from. So like let him run. Let him do what makes him special. Because remember, he did not get drafted in the NFL because of his passing ability. He was not a great passer coming out of college. But his ability to run, his ability to extend plays, things like that's what got him drafted. Now he has become a much better passer. Like he's actually has the highest completion percentage in franchise history right now. So he can pass the ball. It's not an issue. But passing in the pocket is not his best asset. Like Dak Prescott is one of the best quarterbacks running on the move. Dak Prescott is one of the best quarterbacks on the deep ball outside of the pocket. Dak Prescott is a 240-pound man. Like he's the same weight as Josh Allen. Like you can let him run through a tackle, he'll be fine.
Yeah, man.
What I got to say about that is simple, and I'll make it real short. One of the areas, this is one of the presents, if you want to call it like that, one of the presents that the Cowboys have really never unwrapped. I'm still waiting for the day number one to see a shotgun formation with Zeke on one side and Pollard on the other side. We only seen it just a couple times. But I'm saying these are the kind of things that you can bring matchup problems to. One of the unwrapped gifts of the Cowboys that has never been explored was calling our running backs plus Dak a three-headed monster. That's what you just saw in the game. This is a three-headed monster that can't be stopped. If Kellen Moore decides to run the ball with Dak Prescott, we know he's going to do it with Zeke and Pollard. And some of that was scrambles, but when Dak decided to run the ball, the Cowboys almost become unstoppable on offense because it's a three-headed monster now. The scramble game ain't even been explored by Dak. But when he does it, he turns into Mississippi State Dak Prescott. And if you've been watching Dak for his career, you know what that means. It ain't nothing bad gonna come out of it. It's really good. I know folks worried about him getting injured. Dak is smart. All the runs that he had, he ran out of bounds. The only one that he did, he dove one time, like that, but he took no shots. Come on now. So this is a three-headed monster that we've never really explored. He didn't even run the zone read last week. I'm waiting on that one as well. But if we get him out the pocket where he got a run pass option like he was doing, he can do some major league damage. That option need to be on the table fully next week, especially against an aggressive defense like the 49ers.
Yeah, and I got some. I just want to look at some actual factuals because men lie, women lie, but numbers never do. You feel me? So I just wanted to put this up here real quick and let them see this real quick, man. Like the comparables on this is just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. All right. So total yards per game, Cowboys are 11th. They're 5th. We're 354. They're 365. That's a total of 10-yard difference. Passing yards per game. They're 14th. We're 13th. Think about this. They've had three different quarterbacks all season. We've had two. They're 226. We're 219. Look at this. Rushing yards per game. This is what's so crazy that just kind of blew me away. We're 9th. They're 8th. 135.
Also, before you continue, let me also add this to there for you to think about. We actually run the ball more a game than they do. Like we average 31 attempts and they average 29 attempts.
Yeah.
This is just offense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, time of possession, a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie. We're 22nd. They're 34. They're 3rd with 31. But think about this. Even though it's the ranking is 22nd and 3rd. Look at the time actual difference. It's a difference of 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. 2 minutes
it can make a difference though.
It make a difference, don't it?
All right, let's look at this defense now. Let's look at some defense. Because like I said, a lot of times, we get caught up in what everybody's telling us. We got to look at what the actual numbers say. Points against per game. They're first, giving up 16 points, 0.3. We're 5th, giving up 20. It's a difference of what? 4 points. It's a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Total yards per game. We're 12th. They're first. They're first. It's a difference of 30 yards, 30.1 yards. Passing yards against per game. Passing yards against per game. This is how many passing yards they're giving up. We're 8th, giving up 200 yards. They're 20th, giving up 222. Rushing yards against per game. This is where it gets phasey. We're 22nd at 129, and they're 2nd at 77. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. Unfortunately, the 129 is probably the best the Cowboys have been all season. You know what I'm saying? 77.7. I'm going to be honest with you. It's understandable if you look at the 49ers and who they've actually had to play. Like we had a who's who of running backs. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Along with who's of quarterbacks. Sacks. We have 54. We're 3rd. They have 44. Interceptions. We have 7. We're 7th with 16. They're 1st with 20. It's a difference of 4. Like when I see a lot of those numbers, when I see those raw numbers, what I really see is 2 teams evenly matched. And I'm going to be honest with you, the cold thing about the game is that really doesn't factor in is that our offense, realistically, when Dak didn't play those 5 games, went from like 1st to like 26th. and then it immediately went back as soon as Dak came back.
Mm-hmm.
If Dak plays the entire season, I promise you your Cowboys have the number one offense, probably in every statistic.
You know, it's sort of a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? Like the talking heads don't have that to hold over them. They were the with the woo. It's sort of like we can sneak up on teams because I think we still being underestimated at this point.
I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry. I haven't done this. I'm looking at the schedule of the 49ers. And you play what's on your schedule. I'm not gonna knock them. They did what they were supposed to do. But as I look at who they played actually, and we start talking strictly in terms of running, they ain't played no. They haven't played nobody. Once you look and see, I mean, I'm looking at it. They played the Texans. I don't even know who their running back is. I ain't gonna even say that. The Seahawks, Walker was not playing at that particular time. The Rams, Darrell Henderson was hurt. Akers was hurt. I don't even know who the running back was. The Falcons, I don't even know who the Falcons. I don't even think Cordell Patterson was playing that game.
They lost that game.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know. I ain't peeped in and looked to see what Patterson did. Rams, again, nobody. Cardinals, James Conner wasn't playing. He's been hurt all year. Miami ain't known for running the ball. Seattle, again, they bully them. The Raiders, Jacobs can run the ball, so that's the best running back they've had. The Panthers, I can't even name the running back. The Chiefs, I know them. Pacheco and the other running back, McKinnon, I give it that one. The Chargers, Eckler, he's great. The Saints, I don't even know who they played. The Buccaneers, Fournette was not there. Commanders, Robinson is there. So once you really look at it, I mean, come on now. I'm not knocking them. They did well playing it, but it's not like they just smothered everybody, man. I mean, come on now. You ain't played nobody. That's all I'm saying. Sorry.
Go ahead, Andy. Damn.
Nah, like he hit the nail on the head because that's pretty much what we're saying. Like we're not taking anything away from the talent. They are a very well coached team. They have great defensive players. They have great skill position players.
Got all pros over there.
Yeah, they got great guys. But we're just saying right now, they have not played anybody this. We know what they are capable. We know what they are capable of. But like when you look at how they stockpile these statistics, like they did not play the same kind of teams that the Dallas Cowboys played. The Dallas Cowboys played the Eagles twice. The Dallas Cowboys played the Giants twice. The Dallas Cowboys played the Vikings. The Dallas Cowboys played the Bengals. The Dallas Cowboys have played some great teams with great skill position players. And hell, even if you count Detroit would have been one of the best teams they played this year, and we blew them out. So
and didn't get no credit for that.
No. So I'm not taking anything away from them, but I'm just saying that at this moment in time, the Dallas Cowboys are the more battle tested team this year. We played more talented teams. We played more teams with winning records, and we won. But listen, the only team that they played that had 11 wins or more was the Chiefs, and they got destroyed by them. We played the Vikings, who had 13 wins. We played the Eagles twice, who had 14 wins. Who else did we play that had double digits? We had played the Bengals.
You played the Bengals.
The Bengals got like 13, 14 wins, something like that.
Minnesota.
I have mentioned Minnesota at first.
Yeah.
And then we swept the Giants, who are the 6th seed. They're still playing. So like we have better victories under our belt than the damn 49ers. So I'm not really concerned about this team. I respect them. I respect their coach, their culture, the talent that they have. Because they do have some good credit with me from what we've seen from them in past seasons. But I just can't go out here and just lay down and say they're gonna beat us off what they done this year. We haven't seen what Brock Purdy will do under pressure. Brock Purdy has to have to go out here and win games with his team. So in a close game, let's say it's a minute 15 left. 49ers got 2 timeouts. They need a touchdown to tie the game. Brock Purdy got to go out there and throw it against our secondary. Do you think he's going to get the job done?
Well,
It's not.
you
It's
know,
not.
He hasn't even been in
It's
that
not even
position.
about. Yeah. It's not even. It's not even about blowing the team out. Like, as long as we can have any sort of a lead going into late, into the game, and Brock Purdy have to feel that pressure. Like, pressure busts pipes, man, or it makes diamonds. We'll see. But we just gotta play our best brand of football. If our best brand of football, we know we don't get blown out. We had one, we had 2 bad losses all year. The very first game of the season and the very last game of the season.
I don't
Like,
even really count the first game, man, because the freaking first. I mean, it is what it is, though. But Dak hadn't played no preseason games, nothing.
yeah. So just with that in mind, like, we don't get blown out at all. Like, those are the worst. Those are the worst losses we have. If people want to count the loss with Cooper Rush against the Eagles, no, hold our loss against our backup quarterback against us, that's fine too. But just like with Dak Prescott on the center, we don't usually get blown out. Like, you don't win as many games as Dak won getting drugged. So
Facts.
it's
let
going to
me
be a
let
close
me
game.
let me say this, and you know, y'all can call me old fashioned. I don't care. It's just the truth. We got to set a certain tone in this game, and I'm talking from a physical standpoint. I believe in punching a bully in the mouth. In order to beat a bully, you have to become one. That's what we saw just a couple of nights ago. When we came into the game, a lot of people were saying, well, Tampa Bay still can turn it up at any time and this defense can crank up. The Cowboys went in and stood in the middle of the field and just drew the line in the middle and say, you ain't coming across it, we're going to bully you now. And they smacked them in the mouth. That's what they did. This is the same thing that has to happen against the 49ers. They are a bullyish football team. They play with a certain type of attitude. You got to hit them guys in their mouths and let them know it's going to be a long day today. If Kellen Moore comes out and start getting cute, which I give him credit for, he did not. He called a perfect, one of his best games since he's been the
Once
offensive
he got
coordinator.
going, we had 3
Once he
drives.
got going,
We had 3 drives.
he was it was poetry in motion.
Well, 2.
But but these guys here, these 49er guys, they have to understand that they can get blown off the ball. And you gotta call plays in order to set this type of tone. I know you scared to run up the middle. Don't mean you got to run a bunch of formation or a quick bubble screen. Even though I'm not saying we can't do nothing with it. I'm saying you have to set a tone against these guys because they coming. Bosa is coming. Armstead is coming. These guys are coming. You gotta let them know, hey, okay, we're gonna run this little simple 2-3 yard run to Zeke in the backfield coming to the middle like we always know it's gonna happen. We're gonna call this play, but in the meantime, we're gonna send a message. We're gonna hit you dead in your mouth, and we'll be right back in a few minutes. You do it right once again. So that's what I'm saying. You have to set a tone and let these guys know it's gonna be a long day.
Right. And I agree with that, man. Like, we were very physical in this Buccaneers game. Like, I even seen where Tyler Smith, he pancaked Devin White. You love to see stuff like that. So, like, running the ball gives your team a different kind of edge. Matter of fact, I like the fact that Dak Prescott got got on the ground a little bit. Like, he's a big physical dude himself. Let him feel the game. Let him get his mind right. So, once he started moving, man, that's really when he started started selling into the game. So, I definitely can buy with what you're telling me right there, Bishop.
Yeah. It comes a point in time you just gotta stand in. I mean, you just gotta let them know. The Cowboys came in with a chip on their shoulder, and they had a real. You can see it. One of the best things that happened that we haven't seen. When we got off to a slow start. I don't remember our defense coming out hot to balance that off, even though we were cold.
Mm-hmm.
The defense came out from snap one on fire. I mean, they made Tampa go 2 3 and outs in a row. We ain't never seen that. It's usually when the Cowboys go real slow start, it's like a virus. It goes through the whole team, and everybody it takes a couple, almost a quarter before them to get really going. But the defense came out on fire. Beating the Tampa Bay Monday night. That was the difference, and they kept their foot on the gas when they came to that. And let me throw this in, Wes. I think it's interesting because um, of the way, and I don't mean to switch it, but
No, you're good. Go ahead.
one of the things that we gonna have, this is my opinion, this is where the stars come to play. It's gonna be very important how Dan Quinn plays Michael Parsons this week. And I'm saying we need to see him even more at linebacker this week, except the obvious passing, because we're gonna need him back there for the running game. I'm just saying he's gonna have to put his hat there. Because if he line up on the line, they're gonna run straight at him. They're gonna try to wear him down. We got to protect him this week by letting him play some linebacker this week. With Armstrong and D-Law, they're gonna have to get the job done, which they're great against the run. Both of them are. But Micah, the way we use him as a chess piece this week is going to be very important. You can't line him up on the line because they're going to run at him. And Micah is great and all that, but it takes its toll. They get him real tired. So it's very intriguing matchups everywhere. Very intriguing. But it's all going to boil down to that offensive line against the defensive line of theirs. If we do well there, we got a shot for real.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's very true.
Go ahead, Henny.
Nah, man. I feel though, man, like this is really going to be like we're talking about that run defense, right? Like, man, they can't stop a nosebleed through the air. Like I know we're gonna have to run enough to keep them honest, but man, like the play action stuff is gonna eat them alive with CeeDee Lamb and Dalton Schultz. And hell, even if you put Tony Pollard out there, let him run routes, like they are not good covering guys. So like
you got me looking at this. I don't mean to cut you off, but you got me tonight looking at this, and I'm telling you, I mean, I'm going down each. I mean, they lighting these guys up. I mean, guys are getting almost 100 yards on these guys. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. Even in a blowout win, and I understand sometimes you play off once you up. But like the first game of the year, they played Seattle. The 49ers won 27-7. But Tyler Lockett had 9 receptions for 107 yards.
Went crazy.
There is one other participant in the conference.
Go ahead.
You see what I'm saying? Tyler Lockett, and they lost, but I'm saying, and maybe some of that was garbage yards. I don't, but I'm just looking at the final thing here. These guys, man, they're not good. I mean, the Rams, Cooper Kupp, when he was in, look at this mess. 49ers won 24-9. You knew that the 49ers were going to double and triple team Cooper Kupp because you don't want to. Cooper Kupp still ended up with 14 catches, 122 yards.
Jeez.
I'm saying
they have
something here.
issues. They have
I'm
issues on the
saying
back end. Now, Charvarius Ward is their best coverage corner. Like he is the guy that they do like to play.
Hey, Henny, real quick for the last 15 minutes of this show, I'm gonna open up the call-in lines. Calls are gonna be quick, man. They're gonna be quick. You feel me? So go ahead and the call-in lines is on. Go ahead, Henny.
All right, all good, Kinfolk. But now, like Ward is their best coverage corner. Like he's the guy that's gonna be matched up against wide receiver one. That's why he was on the receiving end of that whooping for DK Metcalf. Oh, they brought him in to be their man-to-man coverage guy. And he been decent this year, but like he is not.
The Cowboys know him very well.
Yeah, like he was on our team. Like we traded him away for offensive guard.
He's not on our team. It was not a good trade.
It wasn't a good trade.
That boy got 2 Super Bowls, right?
One.
He got 2 out of the 1.
He been to 2, won 1, but he started in 2. Okay. So like he's a starting caliber corner. He is a very good player. But just talk about in terms of like defensive back rankings and stuff. It's not like he's a top 10 cornerback or anything like that. He's their best. He's their best corner, but he's not like a top 10 guy or anything like that. Still a very respectable guy. Still had a pretty decent rating last time I checked his PFF grades. So like he's the guy that's going to be on CD Lamb when they do go single coverage against Lamb. But CD Lamb is a guy I think can beat him. We've seen him get dogged out by these upper echelon receivers all year. You see, he has not been able to cover DK Metcalf. He was not able to cover Devontae Adams. He was not able to cover any of the guys, honestly. Like anybody that is an upper level receiver, he's had issues with. Now they've been able to get away with a lot of stuff because of their pass rush, you know, and their ability to pressure the quarterback. So that really helps their defensive backs a lot. But like just if we have time, we can dismantle that secondary. So no pass pro is going to be key going into this.
Okay. Hey man, the phone lines is jumping, man. We got like 6 people on hold. Y'all ready?
Ready.
Let's get it. All right, 214. It's your boy West Coast, man. You literally got 2 minutes. It's the 2-minute drill, man. What you got for me?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up with you, sir?
Hey, I just wanted to say, let's go Cowboys. Biggest thing is, y'all, this is what the world is not looking at. The Cowboys lead in takeaways. Now, my biggest thing is, I already know that San Francisco is going to be good because of their defense, but I really do feel that San Francisco is going to run the same thing that they ran last year, and it's not going to work. Mm-hmm. You evolve when you play against a team again. You evolve, you add more pieces, and you play better when you go up against the same team again. And another thing, the main thing that I always talk about is you only beat Mike McCarthy one time. Mm. This is one thing that the lazy, sorry Green Bay Packer fans don't want to talk about. When we are asking you something about this old head coach, you need to let us know, hey, this is what he do good. This is what Mike McCarthy do, man. He put you in the playoffs. He put you in a greater position than you was ever in. You see what I'm saying? This is something that they got to give credit to. We always talk about him clock management, but then when you get in the playoffs, do the other team get the football? No. So I don't want to hear nothing about no clock management. You know what I'm saying? And
speaking of clock management, you got 15 seconds.
I'm happy that he's playing good. I give him the utmost respect, but I don't think he's gonna be ready for the train that's about to get him. I'm just saying. And I'm done. Let's go Cowboys. DC for life. Let's go.
I know that's right. Appreciate you for calling in, Kinfolk.
All right, man. He ended right on time. He must have been timing it himself. He's a good. That's a good guy. Hey, you could be a good OC or DC, man, because you ended that well, man. Appreciate you, my boy.
Oh yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. Hey, I am gonna say,
there you go. You're going in
overtime.
Hey,
it's all good.
Hey, just call back in. I got you, mate. All right, we got 903 Longville, Texas. It's the 2-minute drill. Longville, Texas. Your boy West Coast.
Yes, sir. What's good, y'all?
What's up with you, my boy?
Hey,
all right, so
not much, man. Hey, I'm glad you got back home safely, man. You had a hell of a time. I was watching it, man.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, your 2 minutes started 5 seconds ago. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. It's going to be real simple. I have just 3 keys, pretty much. Number 1, shut down the 49ers running game. They're going to come at you with Darius Sanders, McCaffrey. They're going to come at you with Debo. They're going to come at you with everything they got, okay? So shut that whole thing down, number 1. Number 2, neutralize their pass rush like Kenny said. But number 3, and this is the biggest thing, welcome Brock Purdy to the NFL. Make them put that ball in his hands and say, make him beat him, and then you get them the chance to get Micah Parsons and everybody else throw the kitchen sink at him. Just go after him, put him on his back a few times, let him get that deer in the headlights look, and get after it. I think the offense will take care of itself. I think they'll figure it out. But this is going to be more about, hey, can we stop that run? And can we execute? This is the round that, hey, it's big boy time now. You're in the final 8, and you got to make things happen to get into that final 4.
I heard
That's
that.
all I got for you guys.
Hey, you still got 50 seconds. What are your thoughts, fellas?
I love it, man. You know, those are the keys to victory we've been talking about. Stopping the run, making Brock Purdy have to throw the ball in obvious passing situations so that Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and our secondary can be a factor in the game. I trust Dan Quinn over Brock Purdy any day. And, you know, I'm good with that. If it's Brock Purdy versus Dan Quinn, I know who's coming out on top.
Yep. Hey, caller, you got 25 seconds. What you got for me? Go. You on the 35-yard line. Let's go, man. Let's go, bruh. Where you at?
That's all I got, brother. I got
what the hell you mean, man? You better say something else. 14.
Give somebody else more time.
13. Come on, say something smart.
10.
Let's go. 10. 9.
It on a good note.
Come on, man. Hail Mary. Dak Prescott, roll out.
Hey, all I gotta say is at the end of the day, when it's about 7:30, how about them Cowboys?
Yes,
That's
sir.
all I got for you.
I got that, boy. All right, let me get my. All right, so let me get 903. Appreciate you, my boy. Let me get him out of here. Boop.
I'm all right.
All right, so next I got 803. 803 is your boy West Coast. 2-minute drill. Talk to me.
What's going on? This Coach Mar, brother.
What's up with you, sir?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Hey, man, in big football games, when you have two evenly matched teams like this, it comes down to key mistakes and explosive plays. San Francisco lives off explosive plays. They live off explosive plays on their offense as well as their defense with causing turnovers. We just got to protect the ball, stay away from negative plays, and contain the explosive plays on their offense. Tackling is a must. If you look at the game last year, all their scores came off, 2 of their touchdowns came off explosive plays in the run game, and after the turnover, they got explosive plays with, I think, an end around, and Debo went 35 yards on the end around. So they're a team. They're not a team that can move the ball down the field on a constant basis. They look for the explosive plays in their run game as well as their passing game. So we gotta make sure that we don't make mistakes and control the explosive games, explosive plays, and explosive plays down the field in our passing game. And the thing that I'm worried about is because Kellen doesn't like to go down the field a lot in this passing game. But this is the game that T.Y. Hilton as well as CeeDee Lamb should get some explosive plays down the field.
Good point.
Oh, that's right.
Hey, you got 30 seconds, Coach Marv. Keep spitting.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. Hey, wherever we lay our hat, Cowboy fans, that's our home. So San Francisco is our home. This is our home game.
Sorry about that. Hey, I heard that. Appreciate you, sir. Great points. And hey, you still got 10
Keep
seconds.
pushing, fellas.
I heard that. Hey, I
Keep
appreciate
pushing,
you.
fellas.
Appreciate you for calling in,
Thank you,
sir.
brother.
Appreciate you, Coach.
All right, man. Good call.
Let me stop there, Coach. West Coast, you know this better than anybody. Just real quick. Look, the Cowboys are playing in California. Isn't that the second home of the Dallas Cowboys?
Bruh, if I ain't lying.
That's all I got to say.
All right, 585. You're up next. It's your boy West Coast. It's a 2-minute drill. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's going on West Coast and everybody else on the panel? Yeah, man. My thing is to chime in on what the OG just said about that. Everybody that understands this team, we're a team that travels. Remember what they did to us last year when they came to our stadium. It was a sea of red. They came to Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I need a sea of blue and white to go to San Francisco Stadium this year and over-dominate them in their own home. You know what I mean? We need to let this team know that we're supporting them all the way and be on it. You know what I mean? Be just as loud, or not louder, than the San Francisco fans. I think this year is a real test to Dak and the toughness of him and the toughness of this team. The mindset is different. I've seen them Monday night kicking into another gear. I haven't seen that in the past with this team and with this organization. We've been doing things a little bit different this year after that bad taste that we got left after last year, after we got punched in the mouth by the San Francisco in our house. Now it's time for us to go into their house and punch them in the mouth. Okay, they got McCaffrey. Yeah, he's a good piece. But I also remember last year McCaffrey was on Carolina Panthers. We shut his ass down. And we got to do the same thing this time. And like Coach said, man, we got to slow down all these big explosive plays on us. And I would like if Diggs can at least show an effort to tackle, because I really believe Shanahan sees that and he's going to try to exploit that some kind of way. But everybody should, I think we got a good shot at beating this team, man. As long as we play our game, don't turn over the ball, not too stay low on these penalties, and not make any bonehead plays. I think we got a shot, man, because everybody's counting us out, and I love it when they count us out. Because when they count us out, we play big.
Facts.
So,
hey, man. Well, hey,
that's
man,
all I got to say, man.
Hey, you definitely marched it all the way down the field and got your points across. You feel me? So, appreciate you, my boy, for calling in.
All right, West Coast. Peace, man.
Absolutely. Bishop, what was your thoughts on those?
Well, it's just really what he had said. We just gotta. All of that falls under the umbrella of attitude. That's the way I'm looking at it. Attitude, moxie, whatever words you want to use with it. The chip is on our. One of the major points he just said. Everybody already saying we're gonna lose anyway. So the Cowboys actually, we're coming in playing free.
House money.
He playing free. Nobody really is picking us to win except Cowboy fans. But everybody's doing that. They're supposed to win. They're at home. They got the #1 defense in the league, #1 against the run. We like to run. I mean, everything points in that direction. We coming in playing free. The pressure really is on them, not on us. So I agree with the caller, exactly what he said.
Go ahead. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. I think you had some. 954. You're up next. 214. You're right after him. Go ahead, Any.
Nah, man, just like, and all the things that he talked about, man, that comes from preparation. And my uncle used to tell me, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So man, like, if we get up and we are ready for this game, like, execution, penalties, those are the things that they're getting ironed out now. You can't wait till the day of the game to get that together. So, like, we just got to have our game plan together. We're going to have to go out there with the mindset to execute, follow our game plan, stick with our keys, and remember not to make the big mistake. That's going to come down to coaching. And, just like people said earlier about Big Mike McCarthy, like, they were talking all that mess about his time management, his ability to get the team up to play, this and that. Speaking of, he might not be a good motivational coach, and he had them guys out there balling. He had them guys ready to play. So I expect more of the same this week. I expect the carryover. But, it's always the hardest. The hardest one is always the first one to get right. So I feel like they have the confidence, they have the belief, and now they have the experience of knowing how to win a playoff game. So I think that's going to be a big factor going into this, that they'll come out and play a good game.
I heard that, Henny. Well said. Let me get my caller on here. 956. It's your boy West Coast. It's a 2-minute drill.
How you doing, West Coast? It's on Dallas Cowboy 1992, man.
What's up with you, OG?
I'm gonna say this, man. These are the keys I believe what Dallas have to do to win. Switch up Michael Parsons like on regular down, like first and second. Put him on Mike McGinty. Third down, put him at middle linebacker to spy on CMC, and rotate the other boys and stuff on DN. Keep it honest and keep rushing Purdy. If we do that, it's a wrap, man. That's on defense. We do that, and our boy Diggs step up and like you guys say, take them hits and stop playing a little soft. We should be all right. And this is another thing I'm gonna say. The stars are lined up. It was 27 years ago we won a Super Bowl in Arizona, and guess what? The Super Bowl is in Arizona this year. And not only that, we got 2 potential Hall of Famers going to the Hall of Fame. We got Darren Woodson and my boy DeMarcus Ware may be going. So all the stars are lining up. Troy Aikman, and we won our last Super Bowl, our third Super Bowl in the 90s, in what 95, 96, and that was an Aikman 7th year. Guess what? Dak Prescott is his 7th year right now. Man, they can't tell us nothing. This our year, bro.
He's spitting.
This our year.
And
all I gotta say is, how about them Cowboys haters?
I heard that. All right, I appreciate it. You got a couple more. You got like 30 seconds if you want to take it on. But if not,
yeah. I'm gonna bring it home. Okay. All I gotta say, man, the Dak we gonna see is the Dak everybody don't want to see. They gonna see the Dak that played last week. Okay, this the Dak they don't want to see. They've been hating on Dak since he came into the league. Since Dak was given nothing. Every time Dak stepped up to the plate, he answered. He answered all the critics, and he not done answering the critics. He gonna answer all of them when we hold up that Lombardi in Super Bowl this year, bro. That's when he gonna answer them all, and then they gonna say what? When we get there, they gonna say, okay, can he do it again? Can they do it again? Yes, sir, we can do it again. But all I gotta say, this is our year, and we're gonna shut them all up. And I'm gonna predict this: the Cowboys will be playing the Giants in our home, because we deserve that for the fans. How about them Cowboys?
Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. You up out of here, man. Hey, great call, man. Hey, listen to me. Y'all see how I OC'd that? You hear me? Because you see how he was about to give up. He was about to you see me? See how I came in there? I said, man, don't give up. We ain't no quitters. You got 29 seconds.
Okay.
And you see how he just came
back with that hard line.
Yeah, he did.
Y'all don't want. You don't want to see this. That
boy. Ty Bun was good, kinfolk.
God dog. If that ain't a one-liner.
You don't want that. Y'all didn't want it. You don't want to see this. That.
Wow. All right, let's get it then. All right, 214. Wait, hold on. Let me get my timer up on the clock so I can have everything looking cute and dig. Let me see. All right, boom. Actually, hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to restart this video. Boo. Hey, but 214, you about to be up next. You about to be up next. I did everything but learn how to. Okay, boom. There you go. I figured it out. All right, bam. So let me get 214 on here. Hey, 214, it's your boy West Coast. Talk to me. Hey, you actually got 3 extra seconds because I started your timer a little early.
For sure, man. This is DJ Fresh from 214. Basically, want to give a shout out to Dan Quinn for getting his revenge. You know, Brady came back up on him in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Real down, real low on that game. Did his job.
Real stomp down, DC, right?
Job.
Real stomp down, DC.
I also want to talk about how the Cowboys have been hiding players from the public. Izzy should have another game, and I want to see that other defensive tackle that we got from Philly. That's a big boy, 350. Get him in there and see if he can do something with that, if that's possible. That 14 personnel, I think this is the game we're going to see that again with all those tight ends. Get real physical with them boys. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do as Cowboys. Trayvon, he got to tackle, man. Straight up. You just got to bear down, tackle, trip, something, man. Get like Brady.
Trip.
Feel me? I don't care what you do. But another thing I wanted to point out, CeeDee Lamb, man, they got smart. They started using him like Cole Beasley. Remember how he went into Green Bay and Beasley started doing all that crazy slot stuff, man?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, CD's acting a fool in the slot, and they can't do nothing about it. Zero. I also want to say I think that our opponent in the Super Bowl, if we do make it, I believe we are going to make it, is going to be Buffalo. You know what I mean?
That's
neither here nor there.
The NFL will love that.
Later on in our time frame, I would rather prefer play the Eagles. I'm not going to lie to you because I want to go through everybody. We owe Jalen Hurts a butt whooping, man, because they took him out of that game, man. I don't know if he was hurt or he was scared. I don't know what it was, but we deserve to get it in with him. But, I wouldn't be mad if it was Danny Dimes. It's all good. But it would be like an air out of the balloon or whatnot. And also I want to give a good shout-out to Kellen Moore, man. He did his job. He came through, in the clutch, you know what I'm saying? And I think Mike had a lot to do with that, so he's maturing. I can't wait to see him do his thing. But like I said, I would love, and I know that everybody's kicking me in my butt about it, but I would love to see Romo come back as the offensive coordinator. I don't care what nobody say, man. Romo deserves to get a ring with this team. So does Dez and Ware. But it is what it is. It's neither here nor there.
I got to let you go, man.
What I have to say.
I gave you an extra 5 seconds, man. You scored on. I'm gonna give you a response though with Romo.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Hey, Romo.
How about them Cowboys,
yes,
man?
Sir.
That's all I got to say.
Hey,
We're gonna go in there and whoop some tail, man.
I heard that.
Nothing else.
I heard that. Hey, my boy, whenever you see that call-in line, make sure you hit that line, my guy.
Yes, sir.
My boy said he want Romo back. I heard that.
I'm not gonna say it's a bad idea because Romo knows the game, but that bag he getting right now,
he's never gonna do it.
Offensive coordinators don't make that. Like
head coaches don't make that, bro.
He got generational wealth right now doing what he doing, and he ain't gonna get fired.
Yeah, exactly. And he only has to do it like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I got 3 1s. Actually, I got 202 310. You're gonna be my last caller tonight. 202, you're up. It's your boy West Coast. Talk to me.
What up, West Coast?
What's up with you, man?
Hey, it's your boy D Money calling in.
What's up with you, D Money? My boy throw the craziest parties out there in the DC, man. What's good with you, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, like everybody was saying about Diggs. One thing about Diggs is that I done caught Diggs in a couple of times. I ain't gonna say no name, but I done caught Diggs in MGM a couple of times. He need to stay out of MGM. He need to tackle a little more. Stay out of MGM, Diggs. If you can hear me, stay the heck out of MGM. It's nothing but trouble in MGM. But long as we were saying, yeah, we're going to beat up on them 49ers. We definitely got to run a little more and do a little play action if we can. Kellen Moore, I commend you, Kellen Moore. When you first started, you was a little sluggish in this game. I was in there cussing the TV out at you, Kellen Moore. Come on.
Facts. We all was.
Got to start off a little faster, Kellen Moore. But our kicker, he got to do a little more too. I know it was in his head that he couldn't make no kicks, but he finally kicked it when we needed him to. He got to do a little practice more because I was about to head out. I was going to head to Texas the next morning. I was about to round up some of the scouts. He was going to Texas.
The boy said he grabbed his size 11s and was on his way to Texas.
Man.
West Coast, when I said I was about to round the scouts up. We was coming to Texas, and we was gonna all play kickball with his balls. We gonna kick him.
Oh wow!
How you really ball?
You crazy, man. Wow. Hey, what's your thoughts on this game coming up? You got 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds.
Okay, I thought in this game, all we gotta do is just play our game. We should be good. We ain't worried about no McCaffrey. We already handled him in Carolina. He's nothing. Debo definitely ain't nothing. Ayuk definitely ain't nothing. That quarterback they got, whatever his name, Pearson, whatever his name is, he definitely not nothing.
Got 5 seconds, my boy.
We put his face in the dirt. I want to see Big Hankins get another sack like he did against Tom Brady.
Absolutely. Hey, man, you up out of here, man. I appreciate you for calling, man.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Hey, last caller tonight, my boy. What's up with you, OG? 310. What's up with you, OG?
What's going on with you, man?
What's up with you, sir?
I'm just chilling, man. I'm glad you had a safe trip home.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm always give thanks to God for that, bro.
Appreciate absolutely, man. You got me and my lady home.
That's right. What's going on with you, Henny?
I can't call it, brother. How you making it?
I'm doing good. I don't know the OG to my left with the 88 jersey on.
Big time. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing good. How you doing, big time? This is Darren. I'm from out of Cali. I'm from out of Killer Cali, same spot that West Coast from, California. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Now look, I enjoyed the game. Defensively, we did our thing, but like somebody else mentioned, Diggs needs to learn how to wrap up when he tackled, because there was a tackle he could have made that he literally just threw his shoulder into the guy to slow him down. Wrap up. Don't be scared, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You already Mr. Gimme that when it come down to the interceptions. You know, just wrap up when it comes to the tackling, man. I mean, that's football, bruh.
Yeah, I mean,
Secondly,
go ahead.
Secondly, you know what I'm saying? The 49ers, they're pushovers. We can beat the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, their defense is all that, you know what I'm saying? But our offense is all that. You know, once that gets in his groove, it's hard to get him out of it. You know what I'm saying? And you're right, West Coast. It seems like every game he loses, he turns around and wins like 3 or 4 games back to back. You know? Yeah. So as far as Sunday is concerned, I see us with a win. No doubt. I see us with a win. All I want to do is see who we got to play to make it to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, these playoffs, we looking too good. We looking too good. You know what I'm saying? And as long as Kellen Moore continues to stick to the run the damn ball program, and by the way, like the hat, Henny.
I appreciate it.
As long as Kellen Moore sticks to the run the damn ball program, we're gonna win our games.
Facts.
We have always been a run the ball first, throw the ball second. Dak's legs is in perfect condition.
Use them.
Tony Pollard doing his thing. Zeke is doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, our offense is looking good, man. They looking good. I'm proud of my Cowboys this year. Last year I was a little skeptical, but this year I'm proud of them. You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? I know my time is up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I just want to, give y'all a little insight on how I'm feeling about that. And as usual, and as always, we're keeping our prayers up for Gage, and we're thanking God for his healing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So you guys have a good night, man. And West Coast, keep it up with the content, bro.
Oh,
keep it up, man.
Yo, I'm going.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for you, me personally, I wouldn't know what I know now about my boys, and I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you too, sir.
All right, I'll be hollering at y'all, man. Y'all have a good night. You know what I'm saying? And as always, Cowboys up. You know what I'm saying? Never down. And the Stars will always be up. They will never be down.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, sir.
All right.
Hey, that was a good call.
Yes,
hey, man. So we've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes, man. I told you I was going to take a couple calls, man. We did that. That couple turned into a lot, man. But I think with the 2 minutes, I think that managed it very, very well. You know what I'm saying? Kept it respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I think that was dope. I think that's going to be the new program, the new jazz from now on, because it keeps everybody on point and everybody can go and we can get, you know what I'm saying? What did y'all think about that? That was dope, right?
It was dope, man. Like, I like how you summed it up, said it was a 2-minute drive. I like that.
Okay, yeah. I like that. And then everybody knows going into it, they have 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what's up, Alex? So man, we about to get up out of here, man. Why? Because I'm hungry, and then I do not have the munchies. I got the hungries. Why? Because I ain't ate in the last 4 hours. You feel me? So I'm gonna let y'all know what it is. Y'all gonna see me in the morning. You can catch me around any AT&T stadium, anything that has to do with Dallas Cowboys. All you got to do is put a whisper out there, and I'll pop up like, did somebody say something? You know what I'm saying? So 10 a.m. I'll be up. Between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. I will be live. I do West Coast live stream, not live stream. So I'm rarely on time. But when I am, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Henny, let them know where they can find you at, my boy. Let them know the next article you drop in and the next time you're going to be live.
Yeah, man. It's HTM Sports on all platforms except for Facebook. On Facebook, it's Henny the Moore. So just tap in. I just dropped the article. It's pretty much first look at the 49ers. Most of the stats we were talking about today on this show, they're in there. You can use that as a point of reference. If you have an argument, somebody don't know what the hell they talking about. You got receipts and you got facts. So over the bullshit they talking about. So go check out the pages. Like and subscribe to the YouTube, man. And I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and real quick, shout out to everybody that watched tonight, man. I appreciate you guys, especially the people who are watching on the Big Time Show that stayed all the way to the end. Shout out to my boy Lamar Jackson, Talib Thomas, Eastside Harold, Michael Breadlove, Talib Thomas Hicks, and Booba Streaks. And then also shout out to my boy A Game with the super chat. I just saw it. Also, I want to give my boy some folks on Henny the Morris page some love real quick too. Let me see. Shout out to Jesus C, 805 Vaughn. Appreciate you, Coach Marv over there. I see you. Cordarius, Dizzy Dreams. What's up with you? Jesus in the building, and Auntie Charlene. I appreciate you. Big Time Show. Let them know when you're gonna be live again and when's the next content you're dropping. And also, if you're doing a watch party this week, because I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be in Dallas. I'm gonna be in San Francisco. These are both of these. Henny, I know he's gonna do a watch show, and I don't if Bishop lets you know if he do one, make sure you guys check those out this week too. Go ahead, Bishop.
be honest with you, I'm trying to get to San Francisco this weekend.
Hey, come on now.
That's what's up.
I may not be in Memphis.
Man, you better link up with your boy.
That's first thing. The second thing is that if you just for all future content, I probably will not go live until maybe tomorrow evening, probably. But I will be doing a little small video. You can find it. It's Big Time Show. It's very simple. The Big Time Show on Facebook and YouTube. The Big Time Show on YouTube. Once you get there on YouTube, of course, if you don't mind, why don't you subscribe to the channel if you like what I did tonight for those that are first time seeing me. It gets real ignorant on my show sometimes. I'm not saying not real ignorant. I'm not one of the realistic Cowboy fans you ever gonna find. If we play bad, I'm gonna say we play bad. Play good, I would say we're gonna play good. So right now, I'm just saying we're gonna knock somebody in the mouth. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's the vibe I'm giving. You need to come check the rest of it out. So tomorrow I'm gonna have a 49er fan, and let's gonna see how they happen, on the show coming up. So go to the Big Time Show YouTube or Facebook. Follow it on Facebook, and then of course you can subscribe to the channel on there. I would appreciate it so much. And as always, I appreciate West Coast for allowing me to be on his platform tonight, and always good to hang with my brother Henny. The more so, this just Cowboy fan. Look, enjoy it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry to you Cowboy fans that are real skeptical. I'm sorry y'all done missed out on a great year.
Facts.
We won 13 games this year, and we're still. Some of you have been burdened and have been poisoned with the virus of the Stephen A. Smith virus.
You can't enjoy it, like feeling like you can't enjoy it.
Well, you can't enjoy it, and then you're waiting for something bad to happen because you done fell into that trap saying you're an accident waiting to happen. And that you've fallen in and you done missed out on a great year. A lot of you watched that game when we got up and you didn't even entertain the thought that maybe the Cowboys gonna put their foot on their neck the whole game.
Facts.
Instead, some folks were just waiting for something bad to happen. You better enjoy this season. We ain't got but a couple games left. Then it's gonna be all over until next year. You better enjoy this and let's go ahead and go to work. These boys are for real. They got a chip on their shoulder, and you can tell they got one on them right now. They remember last year's game. That's motivation enough. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be something real good gonna happen on Sunday. That's all I got. Appreciate you.
And my last thing I'm gonna say is I appreciate both you fellas. Like literally, I came home, I called Henny right before I got in the shower. I said, "Hey man, you want to do a show in 20 minutes?" He said, "Yeah, I'm with it." Got in the shower. I got out the shower. I called Bishop. I said, "Bishop, you trying to do a show?" He said, "Man, when?" I said, "Honestly." He said, "Yeah." I said, "About 15, 20 minutes." He said, "Send me the link." You feel me? An hour and 30 minutes of Cowboy content. You feel me? Later. An hour and 30 minutes of Cowboy content later. Hey, I appreciate you guys both. You guys already know what it is. Never look down because the stars up. Peace.